have these two different adapters that can go with it. I'm going to cover each one of them. So in order to plug these in, I'm going to shut this off just to be safe, because remember, always shut the power off. We're going to start with the radio frequency stimulator here to talk about that. And this is mostly the facial device, and there are some areas of the body you can use it on as well, but we're going to plug it in here. It plugs into the front of the device here. There's a little perk. Can't really mess it up. And once it's plugged in, you screw it on clockwise to tighten it in and make sure it turns in. So let's turn this back on quick. You can use either one of these devices at the same time as you're using the P-90 Plus, but for demonstration purposes, we are just going to use it by itself. When you turn it on, there's a little LCD screen that's going to come on here and says power. You'll want to hold the button on the bottom. It's a power button. You hold that, and you'll hear it beep and turn on. Now we have multiple settings that are on here. The second button from the bottom will switch between radio frequency and electric muscle stimulator. Both are very different. Radio frequency is used in fancy health spas and salons because it's great for skin tightening, fat sculpting, collagen stimulation. Basically, think anything you go to a fancy health spa for, this is what the radio frequency is going to do for cosmetics, aesthetics, blood flow increase, collagen stimulation, firming, tightening, sculpting, fat burning. That's what this one's really good for. It's also good for removing puffiness, inflammation from the face. Remember, don't use this on your eyes, but you can use it all over your face. The other button you can use, if you take the second button from the bottom, right now it says RF, radio frequency on the little LCD. If I push it again, it beeps. Now it's electric muscle stimulator. Electric muscle stimulator is much like a TENS unit that sends a microcurrent to shock and activate the fascia, the collagen, the muscles, the skin. It's tone and firm as well. It does many things that basically all the things that RF does. It just works more as a direct stimulation instead of an energetic stimulation. The top button then on here is your power level. There's 1, 2, 3 different power levels that both the radio frequency has, well, 4. It's got 0, 1, 2, 3. And then if you hit the second button, the middle one, it switches over to EMS. And if I hit the top button again, it goes 1, 2, 3 different power levels. It is then ready to use. You can move it around the face. There are some people that kind of use it on their arms, their neck and jawline. You are able to use it in all those different ways. So we covered this one. There's the 3 buttons. The one on the bottom, hold the power button to turn it on, hold the power button to turn it off. The one in the middle will switch between RF, we'll say right on the little thing, radio frequency, and EMS, and the top button is your strength. There's 3 little bars that will light up as you hit the strength. Pretty hard to mess up what those do. All right, now I'm going to shut the device off here real quick with the power setting there, just to make sure, always safety first, make sure these things are, the device is shut off. Now we're going to get into my favorite one. I call it the massage bar. I love this thing. This thing is sweet, so we're going to take it in the front of the unit. It plugs in here, and then you screw it on clockwise to tighten it to just ensure that it stays in. Now that it is moved on, power button on, device beeps up. Now this one's got a few more options into it that we're going to cover. There is the middle button in this, the middle of the 5 buttons is the power button. Hold the power button to turn it on, and we hold the power button to turn it off. You'll see it light up. It says 20 minutes right now. It's got a 20-minute timer on it. This device is better for the rest of the body for stimulation. Now this one has at the top on the little dial here, the top button is photobiomodulation or near infrared. If we turn that on, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but there are red lights that will turn on. So we have photobiomodulation. On the left-hand side, we have a little temperature button. This has 4 temperature settings. Off, 1, 2, 3. Now be aware, number 3 gets pretty warm. So please be aware that it'll heat up quite a bit. My personal favorite is the number 1. My wife likes number 2 and 3 more. It's more based on, your personal preference. The bottom button is vibration, and it has 1, 2, 3 levels of vibration. The vibration is good for breaking up some of this tangled fascia, for stimulating the limbs, stimulating movement, and couples with the photobiomodulation. And there's one more button called EMS. There are 5 levels. It will say directly on here, it says EMS and temp. Temp will be 0, 1, 2, or 3. And EMS will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. You can turn all of them on at once. So we're going to do photobiomodulation, so we get the red light, the infrared. I'll turn the temperature to level 1, and then I'm going to hit the vibration button. 1 is usually good for me. Just level 1, it goes to level 3 if you want to. And then the EMS, I like to use the EMS at level 5. That's my cup of tea. That's the maximum level that it's really good for. I love it in the vagus nerve area. Huge, because while we're using the device to reset the parasympathetic nervous system, we can manually stimulate this whole dorsal vagal complex as well to clear it out, stimulate the glimpse system moving, stimulate the lymph system. And this one, there are 2 different gels that come with it from the company. If you would like to use them, both are labeled. One is for the face, one is for the body. I personally don't care about using them. Some people love them. Not really so much what I care about. I love this device, though, to stimulate the different areas of the body. And this is a wonderful, wonderful meridian dredging device to be like, if you need to clear out an area and stimulate it, and really just get the spot cleaned up. I love this device, especially behind my shoulder blades for the knots. My wife is not so keen at the end of the day after watching 4 kids to come over and get on her elbow and rub in those knots and get them out. This, awesome, especially when used with the P-90 Plus and pairing it with that as well. Unbelievable. So we covered the 2 of these. This one is mostly for the face, the under chin. Some people like to call it the crow's neck area and in the bottom of the arms and places. This really isn't so much for the body. You can use it if you want to, but this is mostly for the face and the upper neck area. This one is for the whole rest of the body and can safely with the P-90 Plus. So now let's cover the P-90 Plus. There's a power button. It's very easy to find with power is turned on. It's glowing, ready to turn on. Let's turn it on. This actually has a cooling fan inside as well when it turns on. Now, when you turn it on, it's sitting at energy level 0. It will not turn on until you hit the over button. Intensity increase. It now will turn on once it's at level 1. If it's at level 0, it's not on still, which I think is a great safety feature. Yeah, the power is on, the device is ready to go at level 0, but it's not actually on. So make sure you set it from level 1 all the way up to level 20. Now remember, please do not overdo it. Less is more. This device will do in 20 minutes what the P-90 does in 30, and it comes with 20 different power intensity settings. If you're used to the P-90, you understand the lower levels are more relaxing, they're better for your nighttime, and the higher levels are much more stimulating, better for the early morning or the midday. The middle settings of anywhere from, say, 8 to 12 or somewhere in there is good for middle of the day as well, because it's a balance of both the PEMF and the terahertz. So the lower levels appear to be more PEMF heavy, while the higher levels are more terahertz heavy. The lower levels are more relaxing, blood flow stimulation, attention focusing. The higher levels are much more energetic, active, and energizing, and lymph and meridian clearing and dredging. So remember, when you use the device, if you're using your hands or your feet, I have a ring on, so I'm not going to do it, but when you do it, remember, put both hands on all the way at once, both hands off all the way at once at the same time. Don't be shuffling your hands around or doing a little bit of one hand and touching the fingers. The reason why, all the voltage from the whole pad, if you're conducting or connecting with only a little teeny piece, all the energy has to go through that one spot. It can be too much energy. So when you put your feet on, both feet at once, both feet off at once. This also comes with a wireless remote control. I like the safety feature of how they put the buttons on here now, that it's very easy. It's very easy to safely increase and decrease the power levels with your fingers while your feet are still on it. You can also, there's a little microphone button. It turns the voice off. It's just an option if you want to have the voice that talks about it going up or down, power on, power off, session done. Totally your choice. So remember, let's just cover all these things really quickly again. We have our power converter. It's $33. If you are in the US with a 110-volt power supply, you must get this. Do not plug it into the wall without it. The device, number 1, will not work, or number 2, you might damage it. So this $33 adapter, we'll make sure you have the link. It's very easy. You plug the adapter into the wall, make sure the back says 110, plug it in, turn it on, you'll see the green light. You can plug your machine in, cord goes into the back here, and then optionally, you can use the facial stimulator, or you can use the body massager. Take your pick of which one you'd like to do. Both have LCD screens showing if they're on, what settings are on, and at what levels. And they just screw right into, they plug into the front right here of the device, and they screw in just to make sure the cord stays in. You can use one or the other at a time while using the P-90 Plus, or you can use it without the P-90 Plus and without your feet on there. You can use just the attachment if you like. So hopefully this covers all of your questions, how to use it, what are the things do, what are they good for, and if you have any other questions, we'll get with you.